Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck, feeling like you're stuck in a hamster wheel you can't escape? What if I told you that the key to breaking free isn't working harder, but thinking differently about money? Today, we're diving deep into the book that changed millions of lives, Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, to uncover the secrets that can transform your financial destiny. Growing up, Robert Kiyosaki had two influential father figures. His own father, the poor dad, was a highly educated, high-ranking government official. He believed in the traditional path: get a good education, find a secure job, and work hard. Sounds familiar, right? But his best friend's father, the rich dad, was a high school dropout who became a self-made millionaire. He had a completely different philosophy about money, and it's these powerful lessons we're going to explore. The first and most fundamental lesson is this: the rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. This is the core difference between the poor dad and rich dad mindsets. The poor dad mentality traps us in what Kiyosaki calls the rat race. We go to school, get a job to pay our bills, mortgage, car payments, student loans. Then, if we get a raise, what do? We often upgrade our lifestyle, which means bigger bills. It's a cycle of earning more, only to spend more, constantly running but never getting ahead. You're working for your bills, for your boss, for the government through taxes. You're an employee, not an owner. The rich dad, however, understood that true wealth comes from owning assets that generate income, not from a high salary. This leads us to the second crucial lesson. You must know the difference between an asset and a liability. This sounds simple, but it's where most people get it wrong. Kiyosaki defines it brilliantly. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. Now, think about your own life. Many people believe their house is their biggest asset. But according to Kiyosaki's definition, is it your house comes with a mortgage, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and utility bills. It's constantly taking money out of your pocket. Therefore, your primary residence is actually a liability. The same goes for the car you drive. It has loan payments, insurance, fuel, and repairs. It's a liability. The rich, on the other hand, focus on acquiring assets. What are some examples? A rental property that generates monthly cash flow after all expenses are paid? That's an asset. Stocks that pay dividends are assets. Owning a business that runs without your direct, day-to-day involvement is an asset. Royalties from a book or a patent. Those are assets too. The goal is to build a portfolio of assets that generates enough passive income to cover all your expenses. When your passive income exceeds your expenses, you've escaped the rat race. You are financially free. You no longer have to work for a paycheck. You can choose to work because you want to, not because you have to. So how do you start acquiring assets, especially if you feel like you have no extra money? This brings us to the third lesson: mind your own business. Kiyosaki doesn't mean quit your day job. He means while you're working your 9-to-5s to pay the bills, you should be building your asset column on the side. Your profession is what pays your bills, but your business is what makes you rich. Your business is your asset column. Instead of spending your extra income on liabilities, like a new phone or a fancy vacation, use it to buy assets. This requires discipline and a shift in mindset. Maybe you start small by investing a little bit each month into a low-cost index fund, or perhaps you save up to buy a small rental property. You could start a side hustle, a small online store, a consulting service, and reinvest all the profits back into growing that business or buying other assets. The key is to start building that asset column piece by piece. Over time, as your assets grow, they will start generating more and more income. This is the power of compounding in action. The fourth lesson is about financial literacy, or what Kiyosaki calls your financial IQ. Our school system teaches us academic and professional skills to be good employees, but it fails miserably at teaching us about money. The rich dad believed that understanding accounting, investing, markets, and law is essential. You don't need to be an expert accountant, but you must understand a financial statement. You need to be able to read a balance sheet and an income statement to identify opportunities and risks. You also need to understand the power of taxes and corporations. The poor dad saw taxes as a punishment for earning more. The rich dad saw them as a game to be played strategically. The wealthy use corporations to protect their assets and legally minimize their tax burden. An employee earns, gets taxed, and then spends what's left. A business owner, using a corporation, earns, spends on business expenses, and then gets taxed on what's left. It's a huge structural advantage. This isn't about tax evasion, it's about understanding the tax code and using it to your advantage, just as the government designed it for business owners and investors to stimulate the economy. The fifth lesson is a powerful one. The rich invent money. This doesn't mean they're printing it in their basement. It means they create opportunities. While the average person waits for a good deal to fall into their lap, the wealthy actively seek out problems they can solve. They see opportunities where others see chaos. They combine their financial intelligence with creativity and courage to create wealth. For example, they might find a rundown property in a good neighborhood that everyone else is ignoring. They know how to finance it, fix it up, and either rent it out for cash flow or sell it for a profit. They didn't just find a deal. They created the value. This requires seeing what others miss and having the courage to act. And that brings us to the final, and perhaps most important, lesson from Rich Dad Poor Dad. Work to learn. Don't work for money. This is especially critical early in your career. The Poor Dad advised getting a job with good pay and benefits. The Rich Dad advised taking jobs that would teach you valuable skills, even if they paid less. He encouraged Kiyosaki to learn about sales, marketing, communication, leadership, and negotiation. These are the skills that allow you to build and run a successful business. A high-paying job might make you comfortable now, but it might be a dead end in terms of skill development. A job that teaches you how to sell, for instance, is invaluable. Because in the end, everything is about selling. Selling your product, selling your vision to investors, selling yourself in a negotiation. These skills are the true foundation of wealth creation. So, let's recap the core principles. 1. The rich make money work for them. 2. Understand the difference between an asset and a liability, and focus on buying assets. 3. Mind your own business. Build your asset column while working your day job. 4. Increase your financial IQ by learning about accounting, investing, and the law. 5. Invent money by creating opportunities. And 6. Work to learn skills that will make you wealthy in the long run. Changing your financial life starts with changing your mindset. Stop thinking like a poor dad and start thinking like a rich dad. Start questioning the traditional advice you've always heard. Read books, take courses, and talk to people who are where you want to be. Start small, but start now. Build your asset column. $1, one investment, one idea at a time. The path to financial freedom isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a lifelong journey of learning and discipline. But by applying these lessons, you can finally stop running in the rat race and start building a future of wealth and freedom. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this deep dive into Rich Dad Poor Dad has inspired you. If you found this valuable, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which lesson resonated with you the most? Let's start a conversation. See you next time.